prevent you from having a better future.
Just because you're stuck in the present doesn't keep you from having a better
Because you feel stuck. Because it's,
future.
yeah, right? Because and the idea is that you know, obviously your system underlying is guiding that process, and we can begin to trust that. And the more I talk with people and work through some of these harder things, that's a theme that keeps coming up with clients about, oh yeah, I really can trust my system, that my system wants to help me move from this just the intensity of this withdrawal and isolation and negative thinking and all that kind of stuff, that there's already these moments that are here for you. And I think that's kind of the overarching image or idea that I'll probably have as a touchstone to come back to.
What do you think it takes for that trust, that sense of trust, to move from like idea to possibility to experience for your clients?
Yeah, my sense is it actually goes the opposite direction. It goes from the experience into that, oh, maybe more of that is possible, into, yes, now I actually believe that.
How do you facilitate that experience, or how does that come about?
So much of that, right, is the joining with what is. So if there's a lot of freeziness on board, doing a lot to normalize that, that's okay. Finding the if not pleasurable, that's a neutral state to be in. So really finding those, you know, the value of hiding and withdrawing and curling up in a fetus position and being held, and starting with things as basic as you're supported by, like the fact that I'm supported by my chair right now. That's a literal support, and I can go down from the chair to the floor to the earth, right? Like, oh, the earth is supporting me because I'm alive, right? And oxygen is here, it's supporting you, and the sun is here, it's supporting you. Like, so we oftentimes think of support as being, oh, I don't have people right now, I'm too alone. And yet there's all these things that are supporting our very existence, right? And so oftentimes that feeling of I don't deserve to exist can be under, or I don't have a right to exist. And yet here the sun would disagree with you. The trees would disagree with you, right? That there's all that support. So anytime we're finding into these really unarguable realities, and that can be touched into anyway, that becomes really the foundation.
That's so lovely, because I really hear that you're in no way like minimizing the legit pain, suffering, desperation, despair that is in like that being stuck. And you bring alongside that additional experiences to really be in some kind of dialogue together.
Right. And dialogue with me, but dialoguing with this larger, you know, community, you know, all the way up into, you know, cosmic existence, right? Like that's a relationship, and it's a relationship that extends beyond just having another physical body. So often, right, we get really focused on, you know, either I didn't have mom or dad there in the way that I needed, or I don't have a partner, or I don't have friends, or I don't, right? Like all these, I don't have these things on that level, and yet we have so many relationships already. And so, you know, starting with the ones that can't be denied, I think the other becomes, I end up focusing on the development of the relationship with the self in the most gentle, kind way possible, right? So that might be meditations or guidance of visualization, you know, as it comes up, of knowing your own sense of like how you would treat a child if it was you, if you were holding yourself, right? That sense of being able to externalize yourself and come into contact with that. Oh, that's a relationship.
Yeah.
right?
that is so beautiful. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think the exercises that I have in the resources pages also are those exercises that come out of, like just beginning to look at the little things that I like, right? Like we talked about, I like cinnamon. I like the color of that rose. I like the feeling of the water, as it comes on my head and covers my ears, and for a moment I can't hear very well. It dulls that sound, right? Like just whatever that little bit is to connect with that, because it's always there,
Mm.
right? And so then we start beginning this relationship with ourselves that also can't be denied, right?
Yeah.
Right. And so it begins to counter this: I'm worthless, I don't deserve to exist, I'm excluded, I don't belong, right? Because you belong here in the world, you belong to yourself, right? And then we can build from there.
Yeah. Karen Bauman, I'm so looking forward to this conversation. Thank you so much.